All right, folks, it's time to talk about the last 12 to 16 hours of LPL drama, this edition being the BLG Bin saga. And I want to provide my own perspective because I find the timing of all this for myself very funny. It's at 2 a.m. to 2:30 in the morning PST Pacific time. Rumors start coming out that Bin gets into a huge verbal altercation, screaming, cursing with a BLG team manager. And he walks out of the facility with a backpack, heads back to his hometown. This all happens less than 24 hours away from BLG's next series in the LPL against Top Esports, right? So that starts coming out. The next thing that we then see is that Bin unfollows BLG on his Weibo account. Mind you, for myself, all this is going down while I am waiting to cast the second series in the night for LPL English. It's JDG Weibo. I'm like 15 minutes away from going live on air for that series, and all this is going down. We obviously don't talk about it on broadcast because it's still mostly rumors at the time, but wow, what a wild timing to have all this come out. The next thing, as well, the big coffin, nail in the coffin for these rumors, is that Wenbo is reportedly promoted from the LDL team to the LPL team by BLG themselves, and rosters for the matchup against Top Esports list Bin as a substitute. So that really just set the LPL world on fire. Social media then starts going crazy trying to figure out how real this is. And the next pivot I saw was people talking about, all right, if Bin is done for the year and he's just going to sit out his contract in BLG all year, who are they going to get to replace him? Because they cannot run an LDL top laner and expect to be the contending team they're supposed to be. I saw people talk about how Danny being the head coach of BLG now, Shy might just come back from his little hiatus and play for BLG. That would have been wild. A more realistic option I saw was people talking about Breeze coming back out of his hiatus to play for BLG. All this to say that in the next coming hours, after I obviously went to sleep after casting that series, you see that Bin does return to BLG, apologizes for his actions, and we see he's reinstated as the starter for the match against Top Esports. So that is a good thing. The Bin is back after all this, but it's hard not to think about how much drama BLG were filled with last year with the jungle carousel. Got to think the team environment definitely got degraded off that. And now we come into 2026, they lose two series in a row, and this happens for Bin. Unfortunate for a guy who really is still trying to find his old form of glory. 2026 has not been a great start for him. It's good to have him back with BLG, and hopefully this will help everybody come together a bit more. But a worrying trend and sign that we'll have to keep track of as BLG go through 2026 with the high expectations we've all given.